Hi, Peter Charles here, Folk to Fly Fishing. And today we're going to do another Atlantic salmon fly from Quebec. It's called the Crevette-Mouiller, which basically means wet shrimp. It's by Gérald McMullen, if I remember the name correctly. And it's an interesting pattern based on sort of a I won't call it a light orange, a subdued orange fly, which probably will work beautifully for steelhead as well, because we know our steelhead love orange. So let's get going and looking at the materials. Our hook is going to be this low water salmon single in size 4. The thread is going to be this black Vivas. The tail is going to be white calf tail. We're going to use this medium oval gold for tinsel. The body is going to be this gray uni yarn. The hackle is going to be orange saddle hackle. And we're going to use some orange bucktail for the wing. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to first tie in the calf tail. We don't need very much. It's not a big bushy tail. Bind that in well. Now we can put in our rib. And what you can do here with this is just leave the tag of the rib long. That there. And then we can do the same thing with the wool. Now, you just pull up with each turn. You're pulling up to keep everything on top. When you get to the return, you trim it all off. Now, if you're finding that tail has moved a little bit, just take a moment to straighten it up. Now we can start at the back. Don't leave any black showing. I'm going to make 3 passes. I'm going to keep the tension fairly tight as we wind on over the calf tail. Bring it up to the end of the calf tail and back. Now you see, by doing this, I'm creating a very smooth body that doesn't have any lumps or bumps. I also add some bulk to the body too. I mean, we as fly tyers go, oh, it mustn't have bulk, but it's part of the attraction of the fly for the fish to see this body. So if the body is skinny, it's not doing quite as good a job. I'm not going to crowd the eye too much because there is a fair bit of hackling going on here, so bring it to about there. Now for the rib. One of the things you can do with the ribs is put the first pass under the tail, and that tends to pop it up a little bit. And then you come forward, again making sure it stays straight. There's not too much tension on that first wrap. When you're doing that, using the rib to help pop up the tail, just make sure you don't knock the tail askew, which is easy to do. Okay, the wing goes on next, and I've stacked it. It's a sparse wing. We don't need a very heavy wing here. And it's the length of the tail. Pinch loop it on. Now that one actually looks a little too sparse, so I'm going to add a few more hairs. That's one of the advantages of going sparse, is that you got the freedom to add hair, and if you've made it a little on the thin side. There, that's better. Now for the hackle. And I'll cut a tying in point. So this is kind of done in a rat style, where the wing is put on first, and then we do the hackling. And the hackling is fairly heavy. Just make a turn at the back and start brushing everything backwards. If you see barbs getting trapped, just come in with your bodkin and pick them out. Okay, let's just clean up the head. Couple of soft wraps at the back. And whip finish. And some head cement. Okay, there's our Crevette-Mouiller. I probably could have made the head a little smaller, bring the hackle a little bit further forward, but you can see you can make some adjustments on the fly. I felt the wing was a little on the sparse side, so I added some more hair. That's fine. If you add too much, if you put in too much, then you're looking at trying to get rid of some. So I'd rather add a bit than try to subtract. And you've got the nice calf tail wing and the gray body. It's a good looking little fly, and I think it should do quite well for both salmon and steelhead. So give it a try of the Crevette-Mouiller. Cheers.